Hello friends, Namaste. Welcome all of you to my channel. Today I will be talking about the basic elements that you need to consider while writing a research paper, because our intention is to convert the thesis or dissertation into research paper so that your work could be published, and this is also the good strategy to so that the people could visualize your work. So I thought, why not to discuss the basic things that you need to consider while writing a research paper. At first, friends, you have to understand your title, the study title. You cannot write your study title haphazardly. It should be concise, informative. You should avoid the any shortcut words like your gross domestic product, GDP. Yeah, you can say that return, stock return. In shortcut, you cannot use the any short abbreviation, friends. Like if we say that for a stock return you are using just R, yeah, HPR, you cannot use it, friends. Okay, now it's always good to use the not more than 12 words while stating the studies title. For this you could review the good studies title itself in the area of your study, so that you could better understand how to mention your study titles. Now next one is that your author's name. Always good to just mention your name. No need to you mention your title or degrees like your PhD, DLA, yeah, whatever the MBBS, MD, engineering, yeah, other courses. Okay, that means next one is that it would be good to mention your two affiliations per authors. That is the latest. Don't worry if you don't have any affiliation, you could mention your name with the your details, resident place. Now next one is that is your abstract. Once you complete your research, then it is good to provide your comprehensive summary, that is the abstract. And anyway, you have to follow the specific guidelines, yeah, instruction of the journals where you are supposed to send for the publication purpose, and you have to follow like a writing style must be good. So you have to write clearly and concisely. And next one is that use the present tense while describing the conclusion drawn. And next one is that use the past tense to state specific variables, a construct measure. And remember, word limits might vary from journal to journal, so you have to follow their instruction carefully. And typically we say that as per APA 7th editions, 150 to 250 words. And always good to mention your abstract in single paragraph, and at the same time you have to mention the your JEL classification. That is the this is all about your journal of economic literatures. Okay, then it's code that you have to mention as for your research area. You could mention your JEL classification, and also don't forget to mention your keywords, friends. That is based on your overall thesis statement, yeah, overall research. Now that's this is our introduction part, which provide the context to the problem statement, right? Yeah, you can say that here we have to mention our research issues with the research questions. At the same time, you are going to explain your theoretical and the practical implications. And then in introduction sessions, we have to organize how your paper has been organized, yeah, structure that we would be explaining in introduction sections. Now next one is that writing literature review. This is very important, friends, to understand your literature review section as well, and analyze the and critically appraise and basis for understanding variable construct. This is very important for understanding theoretical framework, yeah, overall methods of analysis. We have to do the content analysis and other like meta analysis like that. So from the literature review also you could find your research gap, the reason behind doing this research. For example, generally we say that a common rule in literature as for the yours, I have cited the source also for this one, that is the 5 C's: citing, comparing, contrasting, critiquing, and the connecting. That's these 5 C that you need to mention. Citing is that you have to cite the your updated literatures which really material for your study. Then you are going to compare your work with your study, and if you say that how your work would be different than that of their studies, then you could justify your result. And then ultimately, because of some your gap in the literatures, that's you are going to write this research paper. That is a critical part. And then this connection is all about your proper alignment. You cannot your each paragraph should be written critically and with a good connection. Okay. Next one is the research methodology. You might have studied in your research methodology, whether you are from the engineering background, yeah, management, yeah, it's arts, or we say that medical science. Each subject would have a different way of doing research. So you have to follow their standard methodology part. So will simply provide how your study was conducted, including the conceptual and empirical operational definition of the variables. Yeah, construct, you can say. You have to mention the research design, research hypothesis if it's applicable for your research, population sample. Your data could be the primary based, yeah, secondary based. You need to justify here. Okay, now you have to mention the model specification. For example, when you are doing the quantitative research, then you have to follow the specific procedure of that's the econometric analysis. Then you have to mention the methods of analysis, and ultimately, lastly, we say that that's your study to have all limitations. Okay, then as per need we have to mention it. Now, based on the that research methods that we have to do the empirical analysis, and that need to be organized and presented effectively and better contextualized as well. But remember, you have to follow the specific guidelines. Okay, let's say generally we say that that's the APA 7th edition for the table, figures, and the graph. You have to just present properly your result so that it would be professionally visible, and the people could understand your work as well. Okay, and the chances of getting publication would be high also. Next one is that your discussion and the conclusion. Don't be confused here. Your discussion is that based on your overall results, to what extent your study, your results, your consistent with the prior studies, yeah, contradict with the prior study, that you need to justify you have to put your arguments, your logical argument required, and based on your overall detail, your theoretical review, yeah, empirical review, that will help you to discuss the results in detail. And ultimately, we have to, articulate or the key points of the findings. That is the conclusion part. And the next, don't forget to write your practical and the theoretical implication, friends. And next one is that we have to mention the guidance for the future research too, so that other researchers in the area of your study, they could do the research, they could just consider your research could be also important for them, and they would start from that is your future research area. Okay, now next one, friends, that is all about your references. Don't forget to reference your all the cited texts. All the cited texts need to be referenced following the proper format. And next one is that sometime we might have a detail your information sections which you cannot include in our main body of the research paper. Then you could just annex these documents, friends. Basically, what I discussed, friends, is all about your how to write a research paper, because we do the research and it's our ultimate goal is to how to publish our research paper. That means you have to convert your thesis or dissertation into research paper. This is a really challenging task, but I would suggest all of you better review the good paper. That could be your best reference point, which published in the good journals, and then you start learning about how to write research paper. And whatever I discussed today, and these manuscript elements would be the important tips for all of you. I believe that all this discussion would be fruitful to all of you. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and also share my channel, that is the Finance Guru Pawan Kumar Jha. Thank you all of you for watching this video. Please take care all of you. Thank you.